Samaritan House, a shelter for women on Nickel Street here in Nanaimo. They've purchased the lot next door and are now looking at expansion. That today on Go Island.
Today on Go, upset over big changes coming to Colliery Dam. A Canadian veteran in Nanaimo hopes to walk again, even though he wasn't expected to live, and meet Montana. That and more today on Go.
We're inside Samaritan House now. There are 20 low-barrier beds for women here and 4 transitional suites. The house was opened in 1989, and as we mentioned, they've now purchased the lot next door and are looking for input as they develop plans for an expansion in the near future. We're going to talk about that on this edition of Go Island. In the meantime, there are a lot of concerned citizens about the changes being planned to Colliery Dam Park. The lakes are going to be drained because the dams are out of date and potentially dangerous. I visited the park and talked to some people involved earlier this week. There is an open house being held at John Barsby's Secondary School on Tuesday night. That is November the 20th. And Jeff and a lot of the people who are very concerned about the plans for Colliery Dam are encouraged and actually pleaded with to attend and make their voices heard. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen. This is Ronelle Bosman. She's with the Crisis Care Society. Where are we right now?
Samaritan House.
Samaritan House. And what is this room? How is it used here?
It's a dorm where the women that's homeless knock on our door and come here. So that's where they stay and where we feed them and give them clothing. So they can stay here for 30 days and usually there's a timeout and then they can come back again. So it's usually anybody that's homeless and need a place just to rest or maybe just need a shower and a bath and some hot food.
And the demand is big?
Yes, we actually have times that it's a little bit lower and sometimes it goes up a little bit. And I think we've been almost full in April. We had 1 bed left and that was rare. So 1 or 2 beds left, but at the moment it's about 10, 11 people. But every day it's different.
And it's low barrier.
It's low
barrier. So they can continue, there's less hoops for them to jump through. Is that safe to say when they want to?
Yes.
When they need a place to stay?
Yeah, it needs to be a place where they can be safe, everyone. So they're not allowed to bring in any paraphernalia or drugs, but they can come in under the influence. They can come in high on their substance, and we'll make sure that they have a bed where they can, sleep it off or be safe.
We're talking now as if, oh, you need a place to stay, come on in. But for the person who is living that, I actually can't imagine coming to a place in life, and I don't think anybody does imagine it for themselves, where they need this bed. And it happens every day.
Yeah, sometimes people couch surf for a long time before they end up here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's people just traveling through and have financial hardship. And then you get people that really, goes from shelter to shelter because they have no place to go.
And ideally this is a stepping stone to getting back up in their lives where they're a little more self-sufficient and healthy and safe.
Yeah, we try to connect them to supports in the community and see if they're ready for that. Sometimes they just need to rest, they need to sleep, they need to take care of themselves a little bit before they move on in life.
You purchased the lot next door?
Yes, we did.
Okay, we're going to actually talk about that a bit later on. We wanted to establish the value that Samaritan House plays in the community before we talk about what's in store for the future. We're going to throw things over now to Annette Lucas. She's spending some time with a Canadian veteran who was tragically wounded in Afghanistan in 2006. He was not expected to survive, let alone thrive.
Still ahead today on Go Island, a Comox Valley fiddler still passionate after all these years. Been to the spa lately? Probably not if you're a guy. And a fun-loving teenager who will warm your heart.
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're outside the back of Samaritan House on Nickel Street in downtown Nanaimo. And this empty lot behind us is going to be the expanded space of Samaritan House. And we just had a presentation about how that space is going to be used, and it's about much more than more beds. How is this going to change what Samaritan House can do for women who need help?
Well, I think it's going to give them opportunity to move on their pace and an opportunity to step up and have some support. So we'll would like to have some more support, and thinking of having low barriers suites and transition suites where people can live a little bit more independent and have a little bit more time to stabilize their lives and to get some support and give them some time to gradually move into the community.
And I got the sense of creating community before moving out into the community.
Definitely,
the way
yes.
the space can be used involves community kitchens or learning kitchens, areas that are dug out in the floor for people to sit and sort of just chit-chat casually.
Yes, and
a
some
lot of-
gardens.
and gardens and natural light. And
Yes.
yeah, this is a new venture then. This is the beginning of the future.
Yes, we're
for
very
Samaritan
excited,
House.
and we really hope that it would help people to, learn that life skills and build that community before they move into to be strong and to be stable and to feel that somebody cares and to build that skills.
A long way to go.
Yes.
Between here and what we've seen on some
Yes,
drawings.
we-
A lot of fundraising needs
A
to
lot
happen.
of fundraising, yes. We hope we can do it in the next 2 years or in 2 years. So, but we really have to fundraise a lot. We have Coldest Night of the Year coming up in February, and in April we have our Sweets for the Streets. So hopefully we'll get some people involved and help us out to make this possible.
Awareness. Well, it looks very, very worthwhile. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been a privilege to witness the beginning stages of planning for an expanded Samaritan House here in Nanaimo. We're going to throw things over now to a story about a man named Watt Stanton. He's in his 90s. He's been playing fiddle all his life, and just because he's 90, he's got no signs of stopping. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen, and I'm outside Samaritan House now. It's a shelter, an emergency shelter for homeless women or women who are fleeing a dangerous situation. There are 20 low barrier beds here and 4 transitional suites. They're looking at expanding. They've purchased the lot next door, and drafts are underway as to how to use the space on the building that is going to go right over the fence, and it's very exciting what they can offer women in our community who need it here at the Samaritan House. We're going to throw things over now to James Green. He's on the streets of Victoria. What is it with men and spas? I don't get it. Women, facial? Yeah, I'll take it. Pedicure? Yeah, I'll take it. But for men, I don't know. They just haven't gotten on that bandwagon yet. Poor them. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. I'm Kate Bergen. We're downstairs at Samaritan House in Nanaimo, and there are plans underway to put more space on the lot next door that has been recently purchased. And it's about much more than just more beds. It's not more beds, it's the same number of beds, but a better range of services to help women in the community. Now, Samaritan House is run by Island Crisis Care Society. How does it fit into what the society does?
Okay, so we have 5 houses, and Samaritan House is one of them, 4 in Nanaimo and 1 in Parksville. And Samaritan House was the first house that we started in 1989 to help the homeless population.
And what are the other houses that come under?
Crescent House and Safe Harbor House, The Bridge, they're the ones in Nanaimo, and then Hearst House is in Parksville.
Fundraising is going to kick into high gear, I imagine.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It's a big plan, but it's very exciting.
Do you have a target set yet as to how
No,
much?
it's very preliminary right now.
Okay, now I know last year Shaw TV participated in the coldest night of the year. People can register already for that again?
Yes, I think actually, not yet. December 1st, I think the website goes live. So
Okay.
yes, from that point on, they'll be able to.
Great. And that event takes place on February the 23rd. As I mentioned, Shaw TV had a team last year. It was a wonderful way to spend time with your colleagues, and it's great to see directly where those funds go to Samaritan House and other houses operated by the Island Crisis Care Society. We're going to throw things over now to Sucheta Singh. She's introducing us to a young man full of talent. His name is Montana. I admit that story actually brought a tear to my eye. That's it for this edition of Go Island. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to Samaritan House. We'll see you next time.